What are you thinking?
I'm thinking how blessed I am.
Right, yes.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm surrounded by some of those loving people in the world. Period.
Just a move.
So anyway,
Little bit. I was just there the other day and I got to get my chicken fixed still, but now that I work there, I can go to Starbucks, I can go to 7-Eleven now, and people know me. Sorry to go with you. Don't you guys see there?
No, you can, but if you step into the kitchen, you have to let the ball bounce. And
Before
it
you play it.
changes. It changes.
Michael?
Right, the idea is you can't be smashing the ball in that, right?
Well, no, you can, but if you cross, it's not
Right. So, right. Once you're in, you have to let it bounce.
Let it bounce, and then until
So
if
even
you
if
let
you
it bounce, if you let it bounce,
you're in, and then you realize you're in, and you're out. Once you step in,
step over,
since
you
you got
can-
this month,
Right.
this month.
So when you do that, when you let it bounce, it changes everything.
Now you're leaning
The ball
back
rolls.
every day?
Remember, it doesn't bounce in like a tennis ball. It goes down, so you have to like.
But
dink it.
we've had these movies weekly, but we have like usually an average of between 3 and 4 again.
Michael Murphy?
That's awesome.
Can you come inside, please?
Here we go. You want to get another talking thing?
Anybody that wants to get up is totally welcome to get up. Don't even think, don't be shy. Yes, see what you Okay, so I need Kim up here first. I promised Kim she could go first. Do you want me to get you a shot first?
Oh, get you a shot. Oh, I love her. She's like, I'm cheap mom. Okay, fair. But I like pastors better. Right, we're gonna shot
Real quick, I want everybody to know how you know these people. So you tell them. I'll tell them. Yes.
I don't want to get choked up. So
All right, I had to write this down because I don't speak well.
So I'm not gonna say anything. She'll say it.
after now.
All right. Being a friend of Murph's, and all you guys know this, is just, it means you're part of this family. His zest for life, entrepreneurial spirit, positive and caring attitude, love he has for people, and ability to tell stories like no other person I know sets him apart from the crowd. So this is how I met Murph. I had a mail store business, and he was a customer of mine. He had a mailbox. And he would come in and, you know, friendly face, tell stories, and just got to know him. And at that time, he had a business called Advantage Credit. Does anyone remember Advantage Credit? Yes. Okay. So Advantage Credit would sell to loan brokers. They would sell credit reports. They'd package them up and sell credit reports. And so Murph had this idea. I have the mail store on the corner of Harbor and Adams. And it's only like 4-story building. So Murph's like, hey, I got this great idea. We can sell credit reports to the public. We'll put this big banner up. It'll be great. I'm like, okay. And we did. And I mean, we had dozens and dozens of people coming by their credit report. I'm like, this is great. It's a great profit center. And then we're thinking, how can we do this to other mail stores in California and in the country? And then one day we had a guy come in and we had to take their license. And then, you know, they had to sign a form. And he does. And he signs a form. And I give him his credit report, and he looks at me, he goes, I'm from Equifax, and you know this is illegal, and I can shut you down. So, needless to say, we pulled down the banner, and that was kind of like, you won't be able to do that. But then I thought, okay, well, maybe I can sell those credit reports to brokers. And so we got an appointment with a really big broker, and we're in the meeting, and we're like, practice before we get there, and the software crashes during the meeting.
Crashes their hard drive.
Yeah, right, so then,
Your software crashes.
so I thought, you know, maybe I'll just stick to the mail store business. I stopped doing that, but, you know, Murph can tell the story a lot more humor than I can, but, and the rest of the story goes, Advantage Credit went on to make millions. That's the Advantage Credit story, but more than anything, I couldn't roast Murph because I'm not funny, and I have a hard time telling not good stories. So,
But she knows everything.
but for me, what I love about Murph the most is his caring heart and love for people. So Murph happened to be with me and my family on this first mission trip to Africa, and the first day we were there, or the second day we were there, our hearts were kind of beautifully broken because what we experienced. We walked around one of the poorest neighborhoods, turned the corner, and there was this little girl who had to be less than a year old in a bucket, and with this really sad face, and we didn't know who she belonged to, and we still to this, we had to leave, and we never knew. And then we went to a school, and you know, you walk in the school, and there's a lot of shoeless kids with dirty faces, but big joyful smiles. And the principal says to us, you know, this is the only meal that a lot of them get, because we went into a poor school in Africa. And he said, you know, I worry about them in the summer. When they go home, they won't have anything to eat. So Murph is like, his heart's like falling to the ground. He's like, oh my gosh, we gotta do something. So what's he do? Well, he calls all his friends back in the States. And this is a feat because we've got to figure out, he wants to have these kids go home with 1 to 2 months worth of food for the summer. That's what his heart was doing. So he calls everyone in the States to say, hey, we gotta feed these kids, and you know, how are we gonna get the money here? How are we gonna buy these big pallets of food and feed these kids? I mean, a ton of obstacles, right? We only had 2 days before the school ended. We had to get a whole bunch of people to package hundreds and hundreds of these bags that we were gonna take home for the kids. But with his entrepreneurial spirit, his passion, and his heart, and he just rallied, and we got people, and we were making these packages, and we go to deliver them the last day of school, and the truck broke down. Remember, we needed a couple cars, but we got there, and it was the greatest, remarkable sight, watching these kids walk home with like bags they were carrying on the head. Every single kid, because of you, had a bag to take home. So. Years go by, and then we try. It's not going to be funny.
Good luck to who follows this one.
So years go by, and we try and do a hat business. And so I said, okay, I've got a place in Sri Lanka that can make these hats, so we're going to send you to Sri Lanka, and you're going to, you know, make that connection. We're going to bring him to the U.S. Great, great, great. He lands, and a taxi driver picks him up. Well, by the 30 minutes into the drive, by the time the taxi driver drops him off the hotel, he's got a friend in Murph. And this guy happened to be part of a church community who was helping homeless people. So Murph, he got Murph, picks him up the next day, brings him over to his community of people, and the guy just said, we need clothes, we need food. We'll forget the hat business. We never did the hat business. He comes home trying to figure out a way where he can support these people in Sri Lanka, and I think you still talk to him to this day. But there's a ton more stories I could tell. Volunteering for the homeless on Christmas, being the homeless, the Chili Band, volunteers at events for Young Lives, which mentions Teen Mom, PAIS, which is a worldwide missionary program focused on mentoring teams.
This is the worst roast I've